Hello students. Students, I hope you would all be fine. Today we are going to discuss about the summary of For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. So let's begin the summary of Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. The book begins with Robert Jordan surveying an area of mountain terrain behind fascist lines. He is a young American volunteer fighting for the Republicans in the Spanish Civil War. Actually, the Republicans are the good guys fighting for freedom, democracy, and the common people. A flashback informs us he has been ordered. Robert Jordan has been ordered to blow up a nearby bridge in 3 days' time as part of a surprise attack on fascist forces there. Basically, it is a war between the American volunteers, naming Republicans, and the fascists in Spanish Civil War. The fascists are the bad guys who prefer military dictators and wealthy landowners to the common people. The fascists must not be allowed to get reinforcements over the bridge. And so Robert Jordan, with two big packs of explosives, has been tasked with destroying it. He has been tasked with to destroy the bridge, but he will need to recruit some men to help him out as there are two manned sentry posts on either side of the bridge. His guide in the area is Anselmo, who introduces him to Pablo, a grizzled guerrilla leader who basically the boss in three parts. Grizzled means a gray haired gorilla leader who basically the boss in these parts. Pablo's not that eager to help Robert Jordan in his bridge blowing extravaganza and doesn't seem quite trustworthy, but eventually agrees and leads Robert Jordan back to his cave hideout. There, Robert Jordan meets some of Pablo's band, notably Maria. They are instantly interested in each other. He also meets Pilar, Pablo's imposing wife, imposing, attractive, having a noble personality. A confrontation between Robert Jordan and Pablo ensues later that night when Pablo announces that he won't let Robert Jordan blow up the bridge because he wants to play it safe. Unfortunately for Pablo, however, Pilar has other ideas, and when she decides that she is for the operation, everyone else falls in with her. Pablo's no longer in charge. Later that night, Robert Jordan, who is sleeping outside, is awakened by Maria. They sleep together. Day 2. Robert Jordan wakes to the sound of planes, lots of fascist planes. It seems the fascists might be ready for the attack. Robert Jordan, Pilar, and Maria leave the camp to visit El Sordo, the leader of another band that worked with Pablos. On the way, Pilar tells the long and bloody tale of what happened in her town when the war began, one of the most famous parts of the book. They arrive at El Sordo's camp, and El Sordo agrees that his band will help the attack, though he is not very happy about it. There is a hitch. To escape after the attack, everyone will need horses, and the two bands don't have enough horses for everyone. So El Sordo promises that he will steal some extra horses that evening. After leaving El Sordo's, Robert and Maria spend the afternoon having earth moving and decide they are really in love with each other. It starts to snow as evening approaches. Back home at the cave, Pablo's apparently drunk. Another confrontation between Robert Jordan and Pablo ensues. It looks like there might be a showdown, but Pablo just retorts and leaves. Before too long, he comes back and announces that his heart changed with the weather. He wants to help with the bridge now. Later in the night, the snow stops, which is bad news. El Sordo's horse thieves will leave snow tracks back to their hideout. Robert Jordan goes to sleep and Maria joins. Day 3. Robert Jordan awakens to the sound of a mounted fascist patrol officer approaching, though he hasn't even had a chance to get dressed. Robert Jordan shoots the intruder. Robert Jordan and several others set up a machine gun nearby and lie in wait of any patrol that might come too near the cave. A patrol does show up, but they have another destination. El Sodo and his party are all killed. Later that night, after observing a lot of fascist movement in the area, it's clear to Robert Jordan the fascists are prepared for the Republican attack and he decides to warn the Republican general. He sends Andres, a younger member of the band, with a dispatch to deliver across Republican lines. Robert Jordan is awakened at 2 in the morning by a pillar. Turns out Pablo's run off with the detonators who detect the bomb explosives. For the explosives in a last-ditch effort to sabotage the bridge attack. Without detonators and without El Sordo, the mission now looks doomed. Surprise, surprise. Pablo returns. He has had a real change of heart this time, and he has brought a band of 5 men and their horses. Unfortunately, his climactic realization, climactic uh, is the word from climax. It is denoting the climax action. Climactic realization occurred after he had thrown the detonators in the river, but the dynamite can also be triggered with grenades. The band all ride off to the bridge area, leaving their horses hidden in the woods nearby. They prepare for battle, but it's unclear whether the dispatch will reach the Republicans and the attack will be cancelled. The depleted band flees on the horses, but as they escape amidst enemy fire, Robert Jordan's horse is toppled by a tank blast and his leg is broken. Recognizing he would slow down his friends and compromise their escape, he makes them leave him, including Maria, who must be dragged away. Left alone to face death in the hopes that he might buy his comrades more time, he lies in wait for the approaching fascist. There the book ends. So, students, this is the summary of For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. Please, if you have any query or question about this summary, this lecture, please do ask me. Thank you.